trial of Eligio Bishop aka Nature Boy has started. The judge read the count and instructed the jurors. The attorneys also instructed the jurors. 11 Alive News did the recording on this story. As you come onto the page, kindly hit the like bell and subscribe to the channel if you have not done so as yet. Thank you.
In just a few hours, opening statements are expected to start in the trial of alleged cult leader Eligio Bishop, known as Nature Boy. Bishop is accused of leading a cult called Carbon Nation. According to former members who talked with 11 Alive, this cult became abusive. Police arrested Bishop after a former member accused him of
The R word.
then said as revenge, he posted explicit videos of her online without consent. The judge expects the trial will last more than a full week.
So it has been almost 2 years that Eligio Bishop was arrested, and now we have a jury selection to get the trial on the way. So this is the part where the judge instructed the jurors and read the charges.
County of DeKalb and State of Georgia, on or about the 24th day of March 2022, in violation of the personal liberty of Janae Newell, did unlawfully confine said person without legal authority. Count 3, prohibition on nude or sexually explicit electronic transmissions. The grand jurors aforesaid, in the name of and on behalf of the citizens of the state of Georgia, charge and accuse Eligio Bishop with the offense of prohibition on nude or sexually explicit electronic transmissions in violation of OCGA 16-11-90B for the said accused person in the County of DeKalb and State of Georgia on or about the 27th day of March 2022, without the consent of Janae Newell, the depicted person, did unlawfully cause the electronic posting of a certain video with a length of 56 seconds, with the knowledge that it depicted sexually explicit conduct of Janae Newell, an adult, for the purpose of harassment, and such video served no legitimate purpose to the person depicted. Count 4. Same type of count. Grand jurors aforesaid, in the name of and on behalf of the citizens of the state of Georgia, charge and accuse Eligio Bishop with the offense of prohibition on nude or sexually explicit electronic transmissions in violation of OCGA 16-11-90B for the said accused person in the County of DeKalb and State of Georgia on or about the 27th day of March 2022, without the consent of Janae Newell, the depicted person, did unlawfully cause the electronic posting of a certain video with a length of 28 seconds, with the knowledge that it depicted sexually explicit conduct of Janae Newell, an adult, for the purpose of harassment, and such video served no legitimate purpose to the person depicted, this offense constituting a second or subsequent violation of this law. I assume that's second or subsequent to count 3. Mr. Coveney, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Count 4. What? Hold on. That was count 4, correct?
Sure was.
That was. Count 5. Try this again. Count 5. Grand jurors aforesaid, in the name of and on behalf of the citizens of the state of Georgia, charge and accuse Eligio Bishop with the offense of prohibition on nude or sexually explicit electronic transmissions, violation of OCGA 16-11-90B for the said accused person in the County of DeKalb and State of Georgia on or about the 27th day of March 2022, without the consent of Janae Newell, the depicted person, did unlawfully cause the electronic posting of a certain video with a length of 1 minute and 8 seconds, with the knowledge that it depicted sexually explicit conduct of Janae Newell, an adult, for the purpose of harassment, and such videos served no legitimate purpose to the person depicted, this offense constituting a second or subsequent violation of this law. Contrary to the laws of said state, the good order, peace, and dignity thereof, signed, Cherry Austin, DeKalb County Superior Court District Attorney. And Mr. Coveney, again, in count 5, the offense constituting a second or subsequent, that is subsequent or second to counts 3 and 4?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Now, we're going to begin the voir dire process where each side, I'm going to ask you some questions, and then each side gets to ask you some questions to assure each party gets a fair and impartial jury to hear this case. If answering a particular question in front of all of these people will cause you any embarrassment or discomfort, please let me know. And if appropriate, we will give you an opportunity to talk to us outside the presence of the rest of the jurors and in front of only those who are legally required to be present. For example, if you're asked if you have any medical or physical conditions that might affect your ability to serve, and you don't want anybody to know what the condition is, let me know and we will make arrangements to question you individually to get that information. All right, I am now going to give you the pre-voir dire oath. I need for all of you to please stand and raise your right hands. Do each of you solemnly swear or affirm that you shall give true answers to all questions as may be asked by the court or its authority, including all questions asked by the parties or their attorneys concerning your qualifications as jurors in the case of the state of Georgia versus Eligio Bishop? So help you God. Please say yes if you so agree. Yes. All right, thank you. You can be seated. All right, I'm going to begin by asking you some preliminary questions. Again, please raise your cards if you have a response. If you're not sure if you have a response, go ahead and raise your card anyway, and we will follow up with you. After I have called out your number, you can put your card down. And then after I'm done, the lawyers will have their opportunity, and then we'll go individually and do the follow-up questioning. All right. First, are any of you related by blood or marriage, third cousins or closer, to the district attorney, Sherry Boston, or to any of the assistant district attorneys in this case? That would be Michael Coveney or Tari Thomas. I see no response. Are any of you related by blood or marriage, third cousins or closer, to the defendant, Mr. Eligio Bishop? If so, please raise your card. No response. Have you, for any reason, formed and expressed any opinion in regard to the guilt or innocence of the accused? If so, please raise your card. 32 and 40. Thank you. Do any of you have any prejudice or bias resting on your mind either for or against the accused? If so, please raise your card. 32 and 40. Thank you. Is your mind perfectly impartial between the state and the accused? If it is not, please raise your card. 32, 40, and 22. Is there anybody here who served on the grand jury that indicted this case? No response. Is there anyone on the panel who is not a current resident of DeKalb County? No response. Is there anyone here who has any medical or physical condition that they believe would prevent them from being able to serve? And it doesn't mean you have a bad back, or you have a headache. I mean, serious issues. Okay. 44. Stand up for me and please tell me what your issue is.
I have narcolepsy.
You have narcolepsy? Okay. All right. Do you work full time?
Yes, Your Honor.
You're able to work? Okay.
I have a desk job that with flexible hours.
Okay.
So I can sit at the desk.
Okay. Thank you. 45. Stand up.
I have type 1 diabetes, and I'm on a new insulin system from just a few days ago, and it's not going very well.
Oh, okay. All right. If at any time you need to take a break to eat something or to give yourself some insulin, please let me know. We will make sure that you are accommodated. Given accommodations like that, would that assist you?
Probably.
Okay. Okay, thank you. 42.
I am a nursing mother, so I have
Okay. We can accommodate that. What time do you need to take a break?
every 4 hours.
Okay. Very good. All right, hold on. One, same issue? Same. All right, I'm more than happy to accommodate you guys for that. Not a problem. 36. If you could stand up and pull off your mask so I can hear you.
I have a condition with my eyes right now, and I can't see everyone clearly.
Okay. What do you do for reading documents and watching TV?
Expand into something on my phone.
Pull your mask down, please. Thank you.
If it's something on my phone, I have to expand it very large.
Okay, are you able to watch television?
Things that are really bright can be affected by the eyes.
Okay. All right, thank you. And I mentioned that this case is going likely to take the rest of this week and all of next week, not Saturday and Sunday. However, and again, I understand that people have things going on in their lives, and I'm going to ask you a question with respect to how much of a hardship this would be, but I'm going to tell you right now, if your employer doesn't pay you while you're not working, I'm terribly sorry, but that is not a legal excuse for me to excuse you from jury service. If you have a conference call for work, or Tuesday, or you have a meeting, or something like that, those are not legal excuses. So if you have surgery planned, or you're undergoing chemotherapy, or something along those lines, that's a different story. Okay? So I need to know if any of you feel that you have an issue that would create that much of a hardship that would prevent you from serving as a juror in this case. Okay. Nothing in 1 through 14. All right, 16. Stand up and tell me what your hardship is.
I got some people report tomorrow.
Where?
Madison.
Where?
Madison, Georgia.
Madison, Georgia? Okay, well, we can work with that. What is it for?
From the chase.
Are you charged with it, or are you a witness? You're a witness? You were doing the chasing. Okay. All right. Have a seat. Okay, that's fine. All right, we're going to hand. Who is the next person? Put your cards back up. If I didn't call you yet, we're going to hand you the microphone. Oh, because they're not going to be able to hear. Right. Gotcha. Okay. So stand up if you have the microphone. 38. Okay. Yes. Hey, I'm a single parent. How old is your child?
He is 7, and he attends a private school in Decatur.
Okay.
It doesn't have like a bus, and we don't have another parent at home.
Okay. So what would happen, and I'm not trying to be smug or disrespectful, what would happen if, God forbid, you ended up in the hospital and had to have your appendix taken out?
His father would have to come back into the country and get him.
Okay. All right. The cutoff for a legal excuse is under 6, I believe. What grade is the child in?
His school does like a mixed age classroom,
Okay.
so there's no grades.
What are the hours?
7:50 is the earliest I can drop him off, and then I have to pick him up by 3, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday, and on Thursdays at 1.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. All right, next. 22.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning.
I have a work trip planned for next week that leads into a week-long vacation. So I am expected to be gone from February 28th to March 6th.
Okay. How long is the work piece of the trip?
That is on February 28th, and then February 29th,
Hold on. Let me try to fix this volume. Hold the microphone a little bit further away from you. Okay, can you hear me? Yes. Okay. So, you said you're going on the 26th?
28th.
Okay. And the work part, when does the vacation part start?
Later in the day on the 29th.
Okay. Where are you going?
The work part is in Los Angeles, and then the vacation part is in Tahiti.
Oh. Okay. Thank you. Next. Is 24, are you holding up your card? No? 34? Okay. Pass it down to 34, please, and then we'll go to 32. Did you change your mind, 11? All right, 34.
I have a work trip next week, Monday through Friday.
Okay. All right, work trips aren't generally legal excuses, so sorry. 34, work trip. I'll make note of it. Okay.
I don't know if my job pays me for being off right now. I'm not financially able to just work all the time.
I understand. Again, as I mentioned earlier, it's not a legal excuse that I can let you go home for. I know. Talk to the General Assembly. Okay. 32.
I just have a flight book next Friday to Newark.
For
Invited to Rutgers University to attend an event.
okay. So this is a personal trip, not a work trip.
It's personal, correct?
What time is the flight on Friday?
I would have to look at the ticket.
Okay. All right. Next Friday, is what you said?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. Next. Anybody else? 45. We already talked about 45. Give her the microphone. This is a different issue?
Yes, I don't know if this applies. I'm a professor and a school administrator at Georgia Tech. I have about 80 direct reports and I'm teaching a course. And I teach a missing class today. I'll be missing class next week. I have no one to substitute for me. And I also have 20 individual faculty performance reviews that I have to do by the end of next week between now and then. So it's just a very difficult time for me to be away.
Understood. I wish it's not a legal hardship. So, but thank you for bringing it to our attention. We made a note of it. All right. 26.
I have a flight out of the country on next Saturday.
Okay. Next Saturday, which is the
March 2nd.
Okay. Like March 2nd. Okay. Thank you. Anybody else back here? 17?
My only concern is on Fridays, I'm Orthodox, I'm Jewish, and depending on how long things go, I would have to walk home.
Understood. Okay. Well, it wouldn't be past sundown.
Oh,
So
okay.
you'd be okay. We would make
Okay.
sure that you were home in time
Okay.
to get ready for Shabbat. Not a problem.
Okay.
All right, sure. Okay. Anybody? Number 11. Yes.
Because it takes over a week, I had to cancel the appointments of over 160 patients who wanted to wait 3-4 months to see me, and that's going to put a hardship on them.
Understood. I wish that was a legal excuse. I wish for all of you it was a legal excuse. But thank you for bringing it to my attention. Okay. All right. Any others? All right. Is anybody here who doesn't, English is not their first language, or they're having difficulty understanding English? Of course, if you really don't understand English, you're not going to understand that question, but I've yet to figure out a way to ask that question in a better manner. All right. Anybody have any? We talked about medical, we talked about hardships. Okay. Anybody over the age of 70 and does not want to serve? No response. Anybody have any other type of impairment or disability that we haven't discussed? Okay. All right. Then those are all the legal questions that I have to ask. And I'm now going to turn it over to the attorneys for them to ask their questions. And we will start with the state.
Good morning. My name is Michael Coveney. This is Tari Thomas. It's our pleasure to represent the state of Georgia and citizens of DeKalb County in this case. One additional qualifying question. I think I know the answer, but just to be safe, everyone is over the age of 18, correct? If you are not over the age of 18, please raise your hand. See no response. I do have a few questions to follow up on those asked by Judge Heydrich. As Judge Heydrich mentioned, these questions aren't intended to pry into your personal affairs or personal business, but y'all have heard the charges, and sometimes that's just unavoidable. And if there's a question that either I ask or counsel asks, and you're not comfortable answering it in front of everybody, like the judge said, just let us know. Can we take that up in private? Can we answer that in private? And we will accommodate that. The judge asked if anybody knew Eligio Bishop. Does anyone think they might know him or know his family members? If so, please raise your hand. I see no response. Is anyone familiar with, or think you might be familiar with, the defendant through his presence on social media? That could be Nature Boy TV, Carbon Nation TV, or any other way. I see no response. No, you all said that nobody is related to Mr. Booker. Has anyone themselves, a family member, close friend, ever been represented by attorney Robert Booker? See no response. Is there anyone who is themselves a family member or close friend with any criminal defense attorney? See. Close friend? Okay. It's number 7. Anyone else? Number 32. Okay.
And 14.
And 14. All right. And 18, did you have your hand up? Okay. 21. Anyone else? No, we already had a response from juror 47. Has anyone else heard anything about this case before you came to court today? Could be from traditional media, social media, or word of mouth. Jurors 14, 32, and 33, 12. And then we also have 47 for that question. There is some level of media attention in this case. As you can see, there's a TV camera in the courtroom. Does anyone feel that because this case may be followed by the media, you would be unable to uphold your oath as a juror to decide?
And I just want to add one thing to that. The media is instructed not to show the faces of any jurors. So jurors' faces will not be displayed or recorded.
Anyone think they might have trouble following their oath to decide the case based on what you hear in court this week because of the fact the case is being followed by the media? Did that make sense? I see no response. I expect the judge will instruct you to refrain from consuming or watching or reading any media coverage of this case. Is there anyone who would have trouble following such an instruction?
So even if I tell you you're not to watch social media under penalty of contempt, you would still do it. Is that what? Number 18, hold on, let's get him the microphone, please. Because that's what you're asking, correct, Mr. Coveney?
Yes, Your Honor. Is anyone unable or unwilling to follow a court's rule not to watch media coverage of this case?
Thought so. Okay. Same question for juror 41. If you would stand up for me. If I instruct you that you are not to watch social media or anything about this case, would you be unwilling to follow that?
It's not that I'm unwilling. I have kids and I can't control what they show me. I'm gonna look and I'll look over. I've already looked at it at that point.
Okay.
Is there anyone on the panel that does not use social media at all? If so, please raise your card. Position 8, 39, 24.
Let me go back to juror 41. I have another question for her, please. 41. How old are your kids?
21-24.
You could, if you told them that you are on a jury involving this particular case, and they cannot show you anything on the media, you can't hear anything on the media about this case, do you think that would assist?
That's a different story.
Okay. So it's a fixable problem.
Oh.
Well, I think they would, okay. Anyway, go ahead. Thank you. Are you willing to do that, actually? Let me ask that last final question. Are you willing to tell them that?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Go ahead.
Thank you. Raise your card or hand if you have a YouTube channel. If you yourself have a YouTube channel. 2,
Company one now.
if you manage the day-to-day operations of a YouTube channel, even if it's for a company, I'd say yes. So, 2. Sure.
We need the microphone.
No, I think the follow-up question was if you have a team that does. I think if you are exercising control over the account or the channel, even if it's through other people, that would still qualify.
I'm trying to make sure. Hello, sorry. I want to make sure I understand the question. Now, I do have YouTube on my phone. Is that what you're talking about?
No, ma'am. If you have your own channel where you are, I guess, distributing videos for other people to watch. Okay. Position 10, position 31, 40, 50, 26, and 35. What I missed. Raise your hand if you subscribe to any YouTube accounts. Oh gosh, okay.
Who does not subscribe to any YouTube account? Does not.
4, 12, 27, 28, 39, 41.
Oh wait, hold on. We need to use the microphone so we can all hear you. And just number 18.
I'm sorry, Your Honor, I was just asking, is the question for if we don't subscribe or if we do subscribe to channels?
We changed it to if you don't because so many people did.
Sorry.
Okay. No problem.
So, sure, 30 as well. And 21.
Hold on, we have a question from 47? 41, okay.
When you say subscribe, are you talking about just clicking the like button and subscribe, or are you talking about paying for whatever channels went in?
No, clicking the like button and subscribing where you get notifications.
Following.
Following.
Maybe that's a better word.
Yes. Yes, miss. Take me off.
Okay.
So that's a no?
I do subscribe.
You do, okay.
Sorry.
That's okay. She does subscribe, she said. Okay.
46. 46, you have your card up? 46, you have your card up?
46
I just have a YouTube channel.
has a YouTube channel.
Okay. Alright, last social media question. Raise your hand if you estimate that you spend more than 1 hour per day using social media. 1 through 4, 5, 7, 10, 9, 10, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 22, 23, 25, 29, 31, 33, 34, 35, 37, 41, 43, 45, 47, 49, and 50.
And we have a question. What's your number, sir? Hold up your card. Juror 32 has a question.
Do you consider YouTube social media?
Yes. 32.
And hold on. 3 and 13. Who has a question? Juror 3.
I have a question.
Okay, hold on. 39, we'll get to you in a second.
Can you specify use, the word use, social media? Does it mean anything, or does it mean a prayer call, a prayer meeting? What are you specifically referring to?
We'll ask more details. If you think individually, if you use social media for anything, listen to it, watch it, post, whatever the case may be, just raise your card. Okay, so we got you. 3. 39 has a question.
Do you consider LinkedIn social media?
Yes.
42. Now you have a positive answer because of LinkedIn. Okay. 39 uses LinkedIn. Thank you.
Alright. Does everyone agree that victims of sexual assault sometimes do not disclose their assault immediately? If you do not agree, please raise your card.
Can you repeat one more time?
Does everyone agree that victims of sexual assault sometimes do not disclose their assault immediately? If you do not agree, please raise your hand. I see no response. I won't ask for specifics at this point, but is there anyone on the panel who themselves, a family member, or a close friend has ever been the victim of a sexual assault? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 13, 14, 17, 18, 20, 21, 25, 28, 31, 32, 33, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46. Is there anyone who themselves, a close friend, or a family member has ever had an intimate video of themselves shared without their consent? 10 and 44 and 37. Is there anyone on the panel who has a close friend or family member who has become obsessed with an idea or group, could be political, religious, or otherwise, to the extent that it has harmed that person's relationships with other people? 5, 7, 17, 22, 28, 32, 35. Is there anyone on the panel who themselves, family member, or close friend has ever left home to live with somebody that they met online? Without, not like they met online, started dating in person and then, but like left home to live with someone having never met them in person before? See no response. Raise your hand if you attend an organized religious service on average at least once per week.
In person or virtual?
Either way. Good question. Yeah, church, temple, mosque. 2, 3, 6, 12, 17, 19, 20, 24, 25, 26, 33, 34, 36, and 47. anyone who serves in any sort of leadership position within your religious organization? 3, 24. Is there anyone who is a lawyer or has any formal training in the law? Okay, see no response. Has anyone taken any...
What's formal training? Hold on, stand up. We need the microphone. And this is juror number 41. There's a course in college now?
Yeah. Yes. Okay.
Juror 40. Okay, go ahead.
41, 14, and 44, and 3. For this question about courses in psychology, I'm going to say beyond just the entry-level 101 class that you may have taken in college, has anyone studied psychology or have a degree in psychology? 3, 14, 27, 28, 31, 36, 37, 38, and 49. And juror 14 and 2 have questions.
Hold on. We have 14 that has a question too.
I'm in school for medical assisting, and I just did a psychology class last semester. Does that count for what you're saying?
We'll make a note of it.
Sure. Yeah.
Thank you.
My degree is not in psychology, it's in counseling. I'm a therapist and LPC.
Okay.
And what?
LPC and school counselor.
Okay.
All right. It's a two-part question. So raise your hand if yourself, a family member, or close friend has ever been arrested. Those of you that have your hands up, leave them up for now. You can put your card down if from what you know about the circumstances of that person's arrest, you believe that that person was treated fairly by police and prosecutors. So you can lower your card if you believe the person arrested was treated fairly. So you have your hand up if you know someone who you or someone you know was arrested and you believe they were not treated fairly. Okay, so should I...
All right, you changed it up. Okay. Ask the question again.
Okay.
Does anybody think if they knew when someone was arrested that they were not treated fairly? Is that the question?
Not treated fairly should still have their cards up.
Okay.
So 1, 9, 14, 18, 32, 33, 29, I'm sorry, 39, and 38, 41, 49, and 50. Anyone else? Does anyone on the panel believe that they hold certain beliefs, could be religious or philosophical, that they would not be able to listen to the evidence and then render a verdict of either guilty or not guilty based upon that evidence? In other words, does anyone believe they cannot judge another person's actions? I see no response. This is a criminal case, and as such, it is the state's burden to prove each element of every count beyond a reasonable doubt. Is there anyone who would hold the state to a higher burden, such as beyond all doubt or to a mathematical certainty? No.
Hold on, I can't hear you. You need to wait for the microphone. It's juror 33. If anybody has a question at any time, just raise your card to get our attention, and then we'll get you the microphone so the court reporter and everybody can hear.
I am in close contact with someone that's on the same trial as the young man's here. We still talk all the time, so kind of iffy
moved him to, I think it's Eddie, Georgia. I think that's what he is now. Okay.
Thank you all for your time and attention this morning. That is all the questions I have at this point.
All right, Mr. Booker.
As you come on to the page, kindly hit the like bell and don't forget to subscribe if you have not done so as yet. Thank you.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Robert Booker. I represent Mr. Bishop. Just like the state, I'm going to have a few questions. I will try my best to not repeat any questions that he's already asked you, but the reality is there will be questions that will be in the same vein. Just like he did when I get to you, if you'll just raise your card with the number to say yes or no to the question. Now, obviously, we're asking you prying questions about yourself, so I'll tell you a little bit about myself. I'm 48 years old, been married 23 years to a wonderful woman named Nicole.
Mr. Booker.
Yes, Judge.
Let's move on.
Okay. I do live here in Atlanta, and I'm a criminal defense attorney. Ultimately, I'm going to ask you a couple questions, and again, if your answer is yes, or if you have a question about it, raise your card, okay? All right. First question. Is there anyone here that works in a prosecutor or district attorney's office now or at a prior time? That you work in a prosecutor's office or a district attorney's office now or at a prior time? Okay, seeing no cards, no response. All right. Is there anyone here that knows Janae Newell? She is the person making the accusation in this case. You think you know Janae Newell? Okay, seeing no cards, no response. All right. Is there anyone here that believes you have prior knowledge about this case based on the announcement of the indictment or the names that have been announced here in court? That you have prior knowledge about this case based on the indictment? Okay. Number 32 and 47. Thank you. Yes, ma'am. Oh, thank you. Number 14. Thank you. Anyone else? Okay. All right. Is there anyone here that has a close friend or family member that has been accused of sexual assault? You have a close friend or family member that's been accused of sexual assault. Okay. Number 3. Number 4. Number 10. Number 13. Thank you. Number 32, 33, and 44. Anyone else? Okay. Is there anyone here that has a close friend or family member or you yourself have been accused of sexual assault or improper touching? You've been accused or a close friend or family member has been accused of sexual assault or improper touching. Okay. Number 3, number 10, number 32 and 33. Thank you. Anyone else? Okay. All right. Is there anyone here that knows somebody else on the jury? Obviously, if there'd be one, there would be 2. Maybe somebody here teaches your kid, or you know someone from your neighborhood. Anyone else recognize anyone else here? Okay. Seeing no response. All right. Is there anyone here you yourself have been accused of sexual assault or improper touching? Okay, seeing no response. Is there anyone here that you witnessed a sexual assault or improper touching of another person? That you witnessed that? Maybe when you're in college or out and about. Number 11, is your card up, sir? Yes, thank you, sir. Number 11 is up. Okay, thank you. All right, is there anyone here that you, a close friend or family member, is in a emotionally abusive relationship? You, a close friend or family member, is in an emotionally abusive relationship. Okay? I'll get to it in just a second. Hold on just a second. Number 5, number 6, number 33, 43, 17, thank you. And number 2 is your partner? Number 2, okay. Number 40, okay. And number 45, did you have a question?
Yes, sir. Does this have to be happening in the present, or could it happen in the
It could be in the past as well.
Okay, then.
Your card is up? Okay, so number 45.
All right, now hold on. Now we got some more hands. So
Okay.
we just now with that change,
Okay.
in the past, your card's up.
All right, so 1, 2, 3, 31, okay, 31-32, 44-41, 45-50. And on this side, 15-27-28, 35-37-38. Thank you. All right. Similar question, but slightly different language. Is anyone here that you, a close friend or family member, has been in a relationship with what you would consider a controlling and dominant person? That you, a close friend or family member, was in a relationship with a controlling or a dominant person. And I'm sure 45 is thinking now or in the past, so I'll add that language as well. Okay? So that's 1, 2, 3, 5, and 7. 10, 13, and 14, 17, 21, 27, 28, 32, and 33, 35, 36, 37, 38, and 39, 40, 41, 43, and 44, 45, 49, and 50. Thank you. All right. You'll be instructed by Your Honor that the defendant is entitled to be presumed innocent and has no burden to prove his innocence. Is there anyone here that would not follow that instruction of the court? That would not follow that instruction? Okay. No response. You'll be instructed by the judge that the burden of proof is on the state that the defendant has no obligation to testify and can exercise his constitutional rights and not take the stand. Is there anyone here that would disregard that instruction? Okay, no response. All right, is there anyone here that you've been in a relationship where the other person that you were involved with was sexually active with other people, not yourself, at the time that they were with you? Okay, number 5, number 7, number 14, 3, and 10, number 15, 27 and 35, 37 and 38, 40, 41, 42, 32 and 33, 44, 47 and 49, 45 and 46. Thank you. All right, is there anyone here that you, a close friend or family member, volunteer for crime victims organizations such as rape crisis centers or Mothers Against Drunk Driving or anything like that? Okay, number 9 and 45, 49, and 50. Anyone else? Okay. All right, is there anyone here that works in the criminal justice system, such as a parole officer, probation officer, in the courts, or you have a close friend or family member that does? Okay. Number 17. Anyone else over here? 17 and 16, I have you both. Thank you. 28, thank you. 33, 46, and 50. All right. Is there anyone here? I think the state asked a question about having a friend that's a defense attorney. This is a little bit broader question. Is there anyone here that you, a close friend or family member, has worked in a law office or as a secretary, paralegal, investigator, or anything along those lines? Okay. Number 3, number 14, number 36. Thank you. 45, 48, and 50. All right. Thank you. Sorry. Got a question, 27? Yes, ma'am.
Hey, sorry, it's a little unclear about the investigator. Is that just within a crime, a legal office?
Yes, ma'am. An investigator within a legal office. That's correct. Okay, that doesn't turn the problem, correct? 17 has a question? Okay, would you hear my sir? 17.
In the previous question, you asked about volunteer with victims.
Yes, ma'am.
I don't volunteer, but I work for an agency.
Okay.
That was a victim.
Okay.
I didn't know if that was.
It is.
Okay.
Thank you. And you're number 17, correct? Yes, ma'am.
If I understood her question, I also work with victims.
Okay. Well, let me change the question for 17 and 27. Sometimes the lawyers, we come up with questions and they can be edited by potential jurors. So let me ask a better question based on 17 or 27. Is there anyone here that works in a job where they work with people who are victims of crimes? I've asked for volunteers, but you work in a job. Okay. So 17, 27, and 28 are now. Anyone else? Did that change it for anyone else? Okay. Thank you, ladies. All right. Let's see. Is there anyone here that you have a close friend or family member that's an attorney, whether they're a defense attorney or any type of attorney? Okay. Number 1, 6, 7, 9, and 10, 13, and 14. All right. 18, 19, 20, 26, 27, 28, 29, 31, 32, and 33. Thank you. 38 and 39, thank you. 40, 45, and 46. And 49, thank you. All right. All right, is there anyone here that has made a statement to police regarding a criminal investigation pertaining to sexual assault or child molestation? And you gave a statement to police regarding a criminal investigation pertaining to sexual assault or child molestation. All right, number 37, thank you. Anyone else? 33, thank you. All right, is there anyone here that's a post-certified law enforcement officer with arrest powers? Okay, number 16, thank you, sir. Anyone else? All right. Yes, ma'am. Are you number 36? Okay. Is there anyone here that's a post-certified law enforcement officer with arrest powers?
If you don't understand the question, it doesn't apply to you.
That's correct. Okay. Were you able to hear it that time? Okay. All right. Is there anyone here that's been a witness in a trial where you had to come down to the jury box and be questioned in a trial? That you were a witness in a trial? Doesn't have to be a criminal trial. Okay. Number 27 and 28. 37, thank you. 41, thank you. Anyone else? All right. I missed somebody? Oh, thank you. Number 7. All right, is there anyone here that's ever been in a position or you know somebody that was kidnapped or held against their will by another person? Not your parents. All right. Number 5. Number 10. Is your card number 11? You have a quizzical look on your face. If you're not sure, we'll raise it. Okay, thank you, number 11. 28 and 40. Thank you. All right, is there anyone here that's ever participated in a police investigation regarding a sexual assault? You participated in a police investigation regarding a sexual assault. Okay, no response? Oh, did I miss somebody? Okay, thank you, 27. 27. All right, is there anyone here that works currently in a position or in the past where you supervise other people? You work now in a position where you supervise others, or you did in the past? All right, 1, 3, and 5, 9 through 14. All right, 17 and 19, 20, 23, and 24, 25 through 28, 31 through 33, 35, 36, and 39, 41 through 44, 45, 46, 49, and 50. All right. Of those of you who answered In the affirmative, how many of you have the ability or had the ability to hire and fire people in your position when you supervise those folks? So you worked in a position where you supervise others and you had the ability to hire and fire. All right, number 3 and number 5, 9 through 13, 17, 20, 25, 26, and 39. That is somebody, thank you. 35, 31 through 33, 41, 43, and 44, 45, 49, and 50. All right, the last question. Is there anyone here, the state's asked you questions and I've asked you questions, but maybe we missed something. That you feel like there's a reason why you would not be qualified to sit on the jury that we failed to ask. Something we just failed to ask. Because of that, we didn't ask, you didn't answer, but because of that, you feel like you may not be qualified to sit on the jury. Okay, number 31 and number 40. Okay, that's all my questions. Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. All right. We are now going to begin the individual questioning, follow-up questioning, essentially, of each juror. Does anybody need to take a comfort break before we get started with this? Okay. Let's take a 10-minute recess. Leave your couple of instructions. Leave your cards on the benches. Do not Google anything, research anything about this case. Don't talk to anybody about this case. If anybody tries to talk to you about it, let me know immediately. No researching anything. Don't, if you need to call the office and let them know you're still here, that's fine, but please do not discuss the case or anything about it or the parties or anything under subject to penalties for contempt of court. Okay, leave the cards on the benches, step out about 10-15 minutes, and then we'll resume.
As you leave the page, kindly hit the like bell and don't forget to subscribe if you have not done so as yet. Thank you.